Luke, what are you doing? Like, what's next? Well, what's next is tomorrow I got to wake up and do this shit, right? Tomorrow I have to wake up and do what I told myself that I was going to do. I'm not thinking about the output. The output is overwhelming because I know who I will become. Understanding and applying natural law into your business because you operate in a natural world. You can utilize natural law to your advantage. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be what? Transformed, right? So I'm not focused on the output because I know that the energy will be transformed. I am focused on the input of the energy, alchemically being able to turn that into success. If I do certain tasks and input my energy in certain places, I will receive an equal proportion an output that is relevant to the input. I like to get people involved into my organizations. I'm not the unionized type of guy. I'm very capitalistic in this perspective, but at the same time, I understand that I wouldn't be anything without my people, without my team, without my crew, and my crew needs to be taken care of. Adding an extra zero in my bank account isn't going to necessarily have an impact on my life. Well, it'll have an impact on my life because that zero of it goes really big. But I would prefer to divest that and to break it up between my team to make sure that my team is taken care of. So when you take care of people at a personal level, make sure that they're paid for. Assign a operator to run your business or train an operator to eventually take over your business by cloning how you operate. And by understanding that you need to go from hustler to boss and no longer think like a person that has to survive, right, in their business in order to make money, but that they can thrive by becoming a boss and putting the things in place. That is the secret to getting to the next level.
And that's a place of abundance. I actually learned that same quote that you just mentioned from one of my mentors online. I've watched like every piece of his content. His name's Andrew Wilkins. I don't know if you know him. He's out of Canada. He's like an investor.
No, not familiar.
He just became a billionaire like a couple of weeks ago. So that was huge. And he says that he's like hire 1 to hire 10. So what that means is hire one person and pay them so well and treat them so good that, and have them be super talented so that they can do the job of 10. You'll be more profitable. You'll be happier. Your business will be less bloated and you can truly grow. And I think that's a really great, important lesson. So I'm curious, bro, what are your plans for the future then? Because I mean, with everything going on, and we're talking a lot about the present, which is all we have, that is the most important thing after all. But are you planning for the future? What are some of your plans? What are you thinking about?
So it's interesting. I often get asked, what are your goals? I don't have goals. Goals are stupid in my opinion. And I don't mean goals as in like, oh, I'm going to get fit. No, I mean like, oh, I'm going to be a billionaire. That's a stupid goal because that's an output goal, right? And people focus on the output versus the input. So my mindset on the day-to-day basis is, what do I have to do today that I know that I need to do today with excellence, right? So I have my list of everything that I do every single day. Hang on, let me find it to see if I can give you some clarity. I actually have it on my whiteboard here. I'm going to read some shit on my whiteboard.
Yeah, this will be super interesting.
Oh shit, give me a sec. Of how my day is broken down. My day is broken down and my goals are broken down by the hour. Hang on. But anyways, my morning starts at 6 in the morning. The first hour of the day, I focus on stretching. I focus on supplementation, and I focus on walking and like just exercising, making sure my mobility is in check for the day. From 7 to 8, I do that. From 8 to 9, I stretch. From 8 to 9, I focus on reading and on writing and on education. So I focus on myself. Then at 9 to 11 in the morning, I have what are called my product meetings. And these are my creative intensive calls where my creative kind of like hard drive operates better during the daytime and not at nighttime. So I have my meetings then. From 11 to 1, gym. From 1 to 2, supplementation that my assistant gets me. That's my lunch, supplements, right? I'm on intermittent fasting. I'm running super smooth. From 2 to 4, admin work. So all the administrative work, calling the banks, that's the best time to do it, 2 to 4. Paperwork, all that shit. From 4 to 6, I have some other call set. I forget what it is. Oh no, I have creative. It's called creative from 4 to 6. And from 4 to 6 creative, what I focus on is creative output, creative work, all this shit. From 6 to 8, I have dinner. From 8 to 10, I read 100 to 300 pages. And by 10 o'clock, it's lights out on social media and all that shit. So sometimes you'll see me breaking my rules, but most of that's auto posting shit at like 2 in the morning and stuff like that. That's how I manage my goal setting. So Luke, what are you doing? Like, what's next? well, what's next is tomorrow I got to wake up and do this shit.
Yeah.
Right? Tomorrow I have to wake up and do what I told myself that I was going to do. That's it. I'm not thinking about the output. The output is overwhelming because I know who I will become. Right? So I'm not focused on the output. I'm focused on the input. And by natural law, like I've said it before, the second law of thermodynamics, and I'm a big advocate for understanding and applying natural law into your business because you operate in a natural world. So you're bound by natural law. So if you understand natural law, you can utilize natural law to your advantage and understand how the world works in a systematic format. But the second law of thermodynamics, like I stated, energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be what? Transformed. Right? So I'm not focused on the output because I know that the energy will be transformed. I am focused on the input of the energy in a certain way, right? Alchemically being able to turn that into success. Why? Well, because I understand through examples and through history and through testimonials that if I do certain tasks and input my energy in certain places, I will receive an equal proportion an output that is relevant to the input.